Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the channel. This here is live conversation number 269. Live conversation number 269. Where we're here to talk about interracial relationships or marriages. I agree everybody. I thank everybody for coming on the channel once again. We're broadcasting from two YouTube channels, two of my YouTube channels that we live streaming from. Tony Harvin, which is my primary YouTube channel, and my secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. And do remember, y'all know my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. We just here having a regular conversation. That's it. Just a regular conversation. I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement at all. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. What up to Anthony Liggins? So if you see somebody that I'm responding to in the chat room, and you don't see them in the chat room, that's because they're on the other YouTube channel. So I can see both YouTube channels at one time and both chat rooms at one time. All right. What's up to Tasha? What up? Hope all is well. What's up to Hope Ross? Shout out to you. Ernest Beard, shout out to you. And we're here to talk about interracial relationships and marriages and whatnot. To me, you know what I mean, conversational wise and in general wise, love has no color at all. I don't see as a person having a different culture, a different race, or anything like that it should cause any type of friction just because they're a different race in general. What's up to Thelma Speck? Shout out to you. God bless you too at Anthony Liggins and whatnot. I know different religions and whatnot. Whether it's the Hebrew Israelites, certain camps and whatnot, they don't believe. And I believe, what's that cat name? Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar. He's another chimp. You know what I mean? And these people do not agree. You know what I mean? That two different races should have any type of relationships, have any types of marriages and things like that. We got some cultures and some races out there. They want to see they children only get into marriages and things like that with people of their own kind. Listen, your preference is your preference at the end of the day. But when it becomes a racism type of thing, that's when the problem comes in. All right. What's up to B.E. Holy? What up? What's up to what is that? Monjune Walker. What up? Hope Ross says, my now husband is Caucasian. That's wonderful. African-American sister with a Caucasian male. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. You got a lot of people out here. Oh, why this, black woman want to marry this white man or marry this Asian man and things like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes people tend to have like a tug of war with that at the end of the day. What's up to Patty Brown? What up? Hope all is well. You said good evening, T, and chat family members. What up? La Ross, what up? He says, I am interested in this topic for sure. All right. Hope Ross, he says, I've experienced the racism with his family though. Wow, that's crazy. You know what I mean? It's a good thing that y'all love, you know what I mean, kept it together, because some people, will side with their family. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not pastor or preacher or nothing like that, but I believe the scripture says a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. You understand? But some people rather cleave to their own family thoughts and things like that, their own family's opinions and whatnot. Listen, I got a woman who I want to marry. You know what I mean? She could be Asian and Arab, whatever the case may be. It don't matter what my family members say. I wouldn't care. My thing is, I don't go by other people's opinions, whether it's family members or not, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing that y'all kept it strong, kept it together, and that's absolutely wonderful for sure. All right. What is that? Joe Walker says, being of mixed race, I've gotten negative from both sides. Listen, I'm a mixture. You know what I mean? I'm a mixture also. You know, I'm a mixture. I've spoken to different cultures in the past and things like that. Yes, and you know, you will get negative feedback for sure. You know what I mean? So a lot, and in a lot of cases from, you know what I mean, their family members. In some cases, your own family. What up to Priscilla? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tasha says, I'm a product of a mixed marriage, Puerto Rican and black. Race doesn't matter to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. It don't matter. You know what I mean? That the whole foundation should be God, right? Like I said, I'm not a preacher, but it's just common sense at the end of the day. You know, being equally yoked. I know some people gonna come on probably and say that, you know, you gotta be equally yoked, which is true. You understand? A color, just because she's white and you're black, that don't mean you're equally yoked or unequally yoked. Some people see it as that. You know what I mean? Some people see the Asian man, you know what I mean, and the black woman as unequally yoked just because of their skin color. That don't mean nothing. If their spirit is right with God, if they're striving with God and stuff like that, if they have the same, you know, compatibilities with each other and the qualities that they're looking for within each other, hey, it's all good. You know, but like I said, you got a lot of people out here. You got a lot of people, you know, especially, you know, organizations like the Hebrew Israelites or the KKK and things like that. You know what I mean? They see and think that is wrong for two people who are mixed. You know what I mean? Beg your pardon. So those two people who are of different race, you know, should not marry at all. Or to give the scripture about the Ethiopian woman and all this other stuff and things of that nature. You know, be holy. You said, I think that it takes spiritual maturity to be in any family, regardless of race. I'm a product of many races. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely with the maturity level, you know, because one wouldn't let that bother them at all, you know, despite what family members say, despite what your father say, despite what your mother say, aunt, cousin, nephew, whoever. You know, it shouldn't matter what they say. At the end of the day, you know, excuse me, you build with this person. You know, y'all build love, y'all build trust, honesty, and things like that. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't matter what other people say, for sure. All right. Hope Ross says we all bleed the same. You got that right. And guess what? We all gonna die. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna die. Born to die at the end of the day. You know? What's up to Linda? What up? What up? What up? Ashley Perez says, I'm late. You good? Listen, we only about 8 minutes and a half in. That's all. I usually stay on for about 45 minutes to an hour, you know, with these live conversations and whatnot. So you good. Laurence Gang says, we are all the Lord's creation. We are all equal. MM says, be with who you want, but you can do that without ridiculing the other race. Absolutely. You're right about that. You know, Christopher Span, what up, what up, what up? What's up to Jeremy Dunbar? He said, this is a good topic for sure. Christopher Span says, I can say that from experience. White women and black women can get equally as crazy. No offense. Now that's funny. You know, that's funny, man. Hey, man, that's your experience. Listen, I don't want nobody come emailing me and inboxing me. Listen, that's his experience. You understand? It ain't got nothing to do with Tony Harvin. Listen, that's his experience. Listen, email him. You understand? But you know, I understand that Christopher Span for sure. All right. Tasha says, like PJ says, it's only one race. That's the human race. Absolutely. Jackie McCall. You says there's nothing wrong with into interracial marriage. My brother's black. His wife is his wife is white. That's between one man and one woman. All others stay out. I like that one. I like that one for sure. You know, Andrew Jackson. What up? What up? What up? Hope all is well. Jeremy Dunbar says I'm married to a Latina. Race is irrelevant. It's the character of a person that matters. Absolutely, character, spirit. You know, their heart, their mentals, emotions. You know, all that good stuff for sure. You know, but you got a lot of ignorant people out here who look at the skin color, you know, and think that could determine a person's spirit. Think a skin color can determine a person's heart, mentals, emotions, and things like that. You know what I mean? That's how some people think. Now, there's a difference if I have a preference for, let's just say, Caucasian women or Spanish women or whatever the case may be. For example, only for example purposes. Let's just say that's my preference, you know, that I want to date or marry, whatever the case may be. But I'm not stating that, you know what, I'm just going to date those kind for racism purposes and things like that. Whatever a person's preference is on what they like, you know, short, fat, skinny, you know, tall, midget, whatever the case may be, that's their preference. You know what I mean? It's a difference between your preference and racism. It's a big time difference for sure. All right, so let's just get that clear out and out the way. All right. Jackie McCall says, I love my white sister-in-law, but I don't look at her like that. Got you. Tasha says, the only problem I have is when a black man tries to put the black woman down and make her feel less superior to white women or other races. Uh-oh. 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 All right. I understand that. But you got to understand that, and I'm not making excuses for, you know, us brothers out there, you know, us brothers and all that, because I have no problem with no race out here as far as like marrying or whatever the case may be, you know, but I understand you, you know what I mean? But it's not an excuse for certain brothers who go through a lot of situations with black women from the past, you know what I mean? I know some brothers that go through some stuff. I'm talking about some stuff. You know what I mean? So when they have an opportunity to get themselves away from that and experience a different race, listen, that's their experience. Like Christopher Span, listen, that's him. I got nothing to do with that, you know. But no one should do that to any race out here. So I do understand that, you know. All right, I do agree with you on that one, you know. But a lot of brothers out here have had terrible experiences. You know what I'm saying? Terrible experiences, you know, with black women, you know what I'm saying? But they tend to vent and put them down, which shouldn't be the case. I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? And some people probably had bad experiences with Asians, you know what I mean? Or other races and whatnot. You understand? But I do agree with you on that one, that no one should put any race down and make any other race feel less superior at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All right. I do agree. Jeremy Dunbar. Oh, there are thousands, if not more, that are ignorant about the color of the skin. For sure. What up to C-Mac? Shout out to you, my dear. Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Hope your day has been great. You understand that? C-Mac, shout out to you for sure. All right. Thelma Speck says the foundation of your relationship has to be rock solid. Rock. I like that. Tight grip, a bond. To let nobody in. You know what I mean? Nobody in with anything of negativity, for sure. All right. Jackie McCall says some people are looking at Israel's history. They were not, let me see, they were not intermarried with different nations of people. God is my everything. What up, what up, what up? Shout out to you. Lily of the Valley. You says, true to the earlier comment, I don't understand why black men treat black women bad and then blame them. Think about You rarely see a Caucasian man on child support. Whoa, hold up, hold up, hold. I might have to take my jacket off. You understand? What? I might have to take my jacket off, get up and start shadow boxing. You know what I mean? What? Are you kidding me? You you said I don't understand what you said I don't understand why black men treat black women bad and then blame them. Think about it. You rarely see a Caucasian man on child support. That's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true. You know what I mean? I believe it's over 7 billion people in this world. You understand? Maybe we're just in the areas and the people we encounter. You understand? And maybe a majority of black men who you come encounter with, or the stuff that you read on social media. You know what I mean? Who is more glorified in a negative manner on social media, on any media platforms in general? Now, I'm not playing a race card. You understand? But there are Caucasian brothers out there that's on child support. I know. You understand? There are Asians on child support. You know what I mean? I've been in the courtroom, you know what I mean, quite a bit in my younger years. You understand? And race, it don't play a big factor in the courtroom. You know what I mean? Who plays the big factor in the courtroom? The woman, based upon experience in the courtroom. So race has nothing to do with child support. Let me tell you, it don't. At the end of the day, it's just the environment that we're in and the people who are around and stuff like that, you know, and the stuff that's more tend to be more glorified in the media and things like that, you know. But there's a lot of men out here, you know. There's nothing wrong with child support at all. Whether you're on child support or not, you still got to take care of your kids at the end of the day. You still do. You understand? Listen, use child support to the best of your ability for your use if you're a man out there. You know what I mean? All right, but that was funny right there. That was funny, you know. But not all black men, you know what I mean, treat black women bad. You understand? Not all. You know, I would say some, just to be on the safe side. You know, because there's some good black brothers out there. There's some good Caucasian brothers out there. There's some good Asians and all other race cultures and things like that out there for sure. You know, we're not blaming black women. It's just that the environment and the women that we have experienced, you know what I'm saying, out here. You know what I mean? I know it's places like California and Montana and Kansas and stuff like that we haven't been around and things like that. We're basically talking about the area that we have been around for 20, 30 years and those type of women and things like that. I'm pretty sure it would be different if we was over in Russia or the Philippines and stuff like that. You know, so not all brothers put all black women down. It's just the experience that we have encountered. That's it. Not all black women are bad or to be blamed and things like that. You know what I mean? All right. It's just a sense of, you know, bad enough we got a lot to deal with out here in this world. So when a black brother deals with a black woman and she puts him down and XYZ and all this other stuff, I mean, just look at the garbage on TV. You know, Blueface and his girlfriend or whatever the case. They glorify that garbage. You understand? They glorify nonsense like that. Bobby and Whitney when they was on TV. So they glorify nonsense like that. You understand? But we know that's not how it is. You know, with good sisters, with good Caucasian sisters, with good Asian sisters and things like that, for sure. All right? Christopher Span. You says here. You says, oh boy, goes their ancestral spirits. I'm married to a black woman. In my past, when I was a whore, I experienced the wrath of both races. Understandable. Jeremy Dunbar says, you got white devils, black devils, Spanish devils, yellow devils, and red devils. All races have good and bad. The government loves to put this up front to keep racism alive. I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. Christopher Span says, I know many white brothers. He says, man, let me be my brother's keeper. LaRosse says, I want a godly brother. I'm a Hispanic woman. I just feel like brothers are more into the Lord. I want a good man. Got you. You said that's your preference. Listen, that's your preference. I believe you're talking about a brother, a godly brother. Cool. That's fine. You know? Jeremy says, I got a white friend who is the biggest dead, I guess you mean deadbeat of them all. He said he wants 10 kids by 10 different women. Well, wow. Hey. Hey. that's a lot of working right there. Blessed and highly favored says no interracial dating unless both people truly know the Lord, Jesus Christ. If you both know the Lord, then you won't be on white supremacies as much. Okay. I have a black, Tiffany F says I have a black child's father, never had to be put on child support and even paid my rent when I couldn't. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You know, and it's a lot of brothers out here like that. There's a lot of men out here like that. You know what I mean? Whereas though they're good fathers. I'm talking about good fathers. But the woman still puts them on child support, keeps them on child support as if they are less of a father, as if they still got to keep that child support order in place. For what reason? For what? At the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's all about co-parenting and keeping it, you know what I mean, kosher, keeping it good with the co-parenting relationship. But a lot of women out here, you understand, they still have spitefulness with them because that man don't want to be with them no more. Or they feel as though, listen, I'm not, making an excuse for fellas out there who have cheated, committed adultery and stuff like that, or whatever. I'm not making excuses for that. But some women feel as though, well, he did that, so I'm gonna put him on child support. Now could a man be a good father? You know what I mean? Despite him cheating and despite him, doing whatever he had to do to break off the relationship or whatever the case may be. Could he still be a good father? That raises a question. Does he need to be put on child support because he mistreated his woman? Not in a physical manner or nothing like that. Not being a drug addict or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Let's just say he was a good father and, he cheated on his woman. Or he just don't want to be with her anymore at all. You know what I mean? Does that make him a bad father? That raises a question. You know what I mean? For the chat room. All right. What up to Kim? Shout out to you. Jackie McCall says, you'll be surprised how many Caucasians are on child support. Delma Speck says, you will forever be teaching, learning, and trying new activities and traditions. Jeremy Dunbar says, listen, I could touch on that. Hope Ross says, have a blessed night. I have to log on for Bible study. Have a blessed night. You too, have a blessed night. Hope all goes well with you at Hope Ross. For sure. Jeremy Dunbar says, it doesn't make him a bad father, but it makes him a bad husband. Wow. A bad husband. Or somebody who, you're trying to court and get to know it and things like that. And they go out there and do whatever. You know what I mean? But some women out there still will put that man on child support. What man, put a woman on child support? You understand? What man, that? So the percentage is high that women are putting a lot of men on child support. Even good fathers out here. We're talking about good fathers. Good fathers that want to get their kids every day, that will give extra, you understand, that will just do extra, do above and beyond as a father. But yet that woman still will put that man on child support or keep him on child support. You understand? And you know what? The system, based upon experience, if you miss one payment or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? I'm not saying miss as if you don't want to pay it, but sometimes your job may be late and sending it in and things like that. Listen, they will get on you. There's a lot of deadbeats out there that's walking scot-free. I'm talking about scot-free, no warrants, no nothing like that. You know what I mean? But the moment a good father, you know what I mean? Just it could be a day off from your job sending the money in. Man, they get at you quick. You understand? It's crazy. It's crazy out here for sure. All right. Lily of the Valley said, I would say, yeah, bad father as well, because a child needs both parents in the home. If you're Bible based, this age of people don't mind a broken home. Listen, do I agree a child needs both parents in a home? Nah, yeah, biblically, but in these days and times, it's tough, because a lot of us have, we did what we did, back when we was young and things like that and stuff. We had kids out of wedlock and whatnot. Hey, we live and we learn. We learn, from those experiences and whatnot. We have hope that we had the knowledge as we have now, those who are Bible-based and grounded and getting right with God. You understand? The problem is a lot of people tend to still blame, people like me and stuff like that who have had kids out of wedlock in my younger years. Well, you say you should have waited till you got married. Listen, when I was young, I didn't care about going to church. I didn't care about none of that. All I was doing my thing out there. You understand? The braids, the chain, the nice clothes and stuff like that. I didn't care about church. I didn't know I was going to be on YouTube and doing all those other stuff. So at that time, you don't care. You're young. You don't know better. You don't have the experience. I'm not making that as an excuse, but some people still tend to blame those who have had a kid 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? When they was young and ignorant. You understand? So, but I do understand what you're saying at Lily of the Valley. All right. Tasha says, my brother put his ex-wife on child support. That's the first time I heard that. That's one of the first times I ever heard a man putting a woman on child support, for sure. All right. What's up to Bless? What's up to Denise Nelson? Jackie McCall. You says a lot of people look at Israel's history, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 2-7. This is where a lot of people get that information about interracial marriage, and it continues to show their prejudice. Jeremy Dunbar says it's easy to criticize people without getting to know the whole situation. As long as you take care of your responsibilities, you are going to do well. Well, like PJ states, I listened to the Truth of God one broadcast when he teached and preached on that. If a man has kids out of wedlock and things like that, he's still got to take care of his responsibilities. You know what I mean? Of course, he got to repent, whatever the case may be. But guess what? He's still got to take care of that child. It's not an excuse, whether you're married or not, whether you have 10 kids that are wedlock. The man still got to take care of them kids. That's a lot of working. That's a lot. Listen, that's a lot of overtime. That's a lot of overtime for sure. All right. Lily of the Valley says a woman who doesn't want to raise her child should be put on the highest child support. Oh, man. God is my everything says, I'm here to learn. Thank you to all of you who are contributing your thoughts to this topic of discussion. For sure. I'm here trying to learn too. I like to hear from those who got, wisdom and knowledge and understanding, to topics like this for sure. So thank you for coming on. All right, for talking about and discussing this topic of interracial relationships and marriages, because it is an interesting topic, as one person stated earlier. All right. Bless. You're talking to Kim. All right. So about your comment, Lily of the Valley. You know, I also think that, you know, all those people out there, you know, who don't want to take care of their kids at all should be put on child support. You know, um, people have fun. They have fun making kids. Listen, they have fun doing it. They have fun practicing making kids left and right. You know what I mean? But the moment the child comes, the responsibilities of one child is tough. You understand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That stuff is tough. It's hard. You got to work financial for the financial part. Then you got to spend quality time with them. You got to build that bond with that child, and that takes time. And a lot of people, they want to utilize their time by partying, having fun. All that stuff ends. You know, when you start having children, all that stuff ends. You know, all the partying, all the having fun and things like that, going out and doing your own thing, that stuff stops. And a lot of people do not want those responsibilities and whatnot. They don't want those responsibilities of taking care of a child and things like that. You know what I mean? I remember when I had my first child, you know, back in 2007. You know, I mean, I had a job and things like that. I was good. You know, I was mature and things like that. I had to adjust. You got to adjust your time management and things like that. You know, certain things you used to buy. Guess what? You can't buy no more. The times you used to hang out, you can't do that no more. You understand? Now you got doctor's appointments. Now you got to sometimes drop the child off the daycare in the morning. You understand? Now you got to pick them up. You know, now you got to minimize your gym time after work. You know what I mean? Because you got to pick that child up now. You understand? You and the child's mother or the child's father got to come to an agreement if y'all not together. You understand? To do those things. You know what I mean? Now you got events to go to, graduations and whatnot, and things like that. You got to go look at schools, research schools. You know what I mean? Or if the child gets sick in school, now you got to say, I got to leave work. Sometimes the child gets sick 5 minutes before you go to work. You understand? 5 minutes before you step out the door, you get in the call. You know what I mean? Listen, I got to call out. Hey, if you're going to get written up, so what? At the end of the day, so what? You know, you got to be responsible for that child, for sure. All right. Let's see. What's up to Darlene Nix? What up to Sister Davis? Jeremy Dunbar says, I got 2 kids and that's enough for me. Well, I got 5. You hear me? 5. 5 kids. You know, and you know, time is passing by. You know what I mean? You got one that's about to be an adult in the next about year, a little over a year and a half, about to become an adult and things like that. Listen, one down, 4 to go. You understand? But even when the children, you know, become older and whatnot, we still look at them as our baby at the end of the day. For sure. You know, but time is flying. Time is definitely flying, you know, when our kids start, you know, getting older and things like that. All right. Jackie McCall says, I'm experienced in that situation right now. They are married and she still put him on child support. I don't understand that. Wow. I don't understand it either. I don't. You know what I mean? I really don't. You know, I really don't, for sure. All right. You said that's true. A lot of people didn't get the memo. All right. What up to E? He says many people do not realize how much time and effort goes into raising a child. Absolutely. A lot of time. And listen, I respect all mothers out there. All mothers. You understand? I got 2 child's mothers. 2. You know what I mean? Mentioned this plenty of times. 2 mothers. I respect them. Despite, you know, tussling, whatever goes on and stuff like that. Listen, never badmouth the mother of your kids. Never badmouth them. You know what I mean? I've learned that. I've matured throughout watching The Truth of God and whatnot. Despite whatever is going on, Never badmouth the mother of your kids at all. You understand? Respect mothers because they go through a lot. You know, um, you know, majority of kids stay with their mothers. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of responsibilities that come with that, for sure. But shout out to those mothers out there. Shout out to the two of mines. You understand? It's no hate, no nothing like that. At the end of the day, once again, to all the fellas out there, if you if the mother of your kids give you a hard time, listen, don't badmouth her, man. Don't do it. You understand? Listen, hey, it is what it is, for sure. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right? For sure, man. What up, the Pebbles? What up? What up? What up? What's up to Gladys? You says the mother must look after the kids, the mother love, the father must bring the support for the mother. Okay. Jeremy says, God bless you. That's a lot of time and sacrifice. Absolutely. But as a father, I love it. As a father, I love it. You understand? Handling the responsibilities. Sometimes it can be tiring and whatnot and things like that. But hey, you know what I mean? You gotta handle your responsibilities as a parent at the end of the day, for sure. All right. Sister David says, it says, Brother Jeremy and Brother not even going to try and compete with our number of children. Funny. Cynthia Davenport, what up? What up? Hope all is well. Gladys says, how can a father cook for the kids and have a hard job? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Jeremy says, that's right. Keep your mouth closed and keep being a father. Absolutely. Bless says, that's why I never do that to my kid's father. For sure. And vice versa with the women out there. Vice versa. Don't go on social media and think that's a place where I see a lot of people bad mouthing. You know what I'm saying? The mother of their kids, the father of their kids, and stuff like that. Social media. Man, I see it for sure. All right. C-Max says, don't badmouth anyone, but also don't cover up their evil actions. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Wonderful. All right. Jeremy says, you're absolutely right. Being a father is a gift and a privilege. For sure. E says that's true. That shows your maturity and shows your children respect. You sound like a good father. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Sister David says, I think child support should first be for the child's well-being, but I think child support should be forced to those who don't want to take responsibility. If you are taking care of your kids, then you shouldn't be forced to be on child support. I'm just saying. Yeah, but the courtrooms are different. The courtrooms are way different because people can paint the picture as if that person is a bad father. They can paint that picture, and when you're in the courtroom as a man, listen, you halfway lost already. That's just how it is. It sucks, but that's just how it is. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you are. You can have a bachelor's from Yale. You can have a master's from Harvard. You understand? You can have a doctorate from Cornell and be at your highest peak in the class. The moment you go in that courtroom and that woman says this, X, Y, Z, such and such and such, guess what? Hey, you know what I mean? It happens, man. It happens. You understand? It happens. For sure. It sucks, but, listen, that man and educated himself and got a good job, responsible, everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. He could do everything right. You understand? All that woman got to do is just conjure up some lies and whatnot and stuff like that. Paint the picture. You know how people do it on social media. You know what I mean? Change the narrative to something. That's what they do on paper. You understand? That's what they do when they vent on social media to people. When they badmouth people, that's what they do. When they badmouth about somebody to their family members or their friends and stuff like that. That's what they do. It's no different from the stuff we see on social media, painting a narrative to something that's not true at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But as a man or as a woman, you know, that these people put on child support and whatnot, listen, stay strong. Stay strong. You know what I mean? For sure. All right. Lily the Valley says, on your topic, I know a pastor who told his grown son that he better not bring a white woman to his house. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. You know? And, you know, some people are like that. You know, they try to become a dictator, or you better not do this, or you better not do that. I don't think that's right as a parent to do. You understand? I don't think that's right. Jeremy says, social media is the last place to to spit out your dirty laundry. Listen, you're right. You're right. It's the last place. But people make it the first place to air out their dirty laundry. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, you know, TikTok, and all that other nonsense that people do. I mean, I see it every day. Every day is something new. Every day, almost every day or every week, I gotta delete somebody. You know what I mean? Even if they in holiness, even if they in some type of organization, seem to be godly. Watch something happen in their life. They just gotta air out some dirty laundry on social media and whatnot. Listen, I could talk about a whole lot of stuff on here. Man, listen, it'll be thousands of people on here right now. If I was to air out some stuff, it'd be thousands. You understand? Because that's what people want to hear on social media. They want to hear that type of stuff. You know what I mean? They love to hear dirty laundry stuff. They don't want to hear nothing that's going to edify their minds. They don't want to hear nothing that's going to edify their spirit. But the moment you start airing out dirty laundry, I mean, look at it. You know, Tiana Taylor, you know what I'm saying? And the brother from the NBA divorcing, Young Jeezy divorcing his wife and stuff like that. They want to hear that dirty laundry. Oh, what's going on? What happened? And whatnot. You know what I mean? All that nonsense and negative stuff that people are talking about or want to hear and things like that. That's what they feed off of and whatnot. Listen, I don't want to hear that garbage. Okay, yeah, they're getting a divorce, whatever. Okay, whatever. You understand? You know? All right? That's their business at the end of the day, for sure. All right? Jackie McCall says marriage is a beautiful institution that God has ordained between one man and one woman, 38 years now and counting. Thank God. Thank the Lord Jesus. Amen. Yes, I would die for my wife. Let me see. All right. Are you talking to her? Jeremy Dunbar says, like anything else, things that are created for good is used for evil. What up, David B? What up? Hope all is well. Jackie McCall says, yes, it is a lot of hard work, and there will be disagreements, but love will conquer all. For sure. God is my everything. I appreciate that. Tika Hunter, what up? He says a lot of people teach against interracial marriage. According to the Bible, I also see a lot of black women wanting more of different race because of the treatment we black women get from black men. Well, hey, listen, it's vice versa. It's vice versa. You know what I mean? It's vice versa. Once again, you know, some people feel as though when they experience, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, a black man, you know, when he's been around, if he's in the city of North New Jersey or Compton, California, and whatnot, or Richmond, Virginia, you know, or Chicago in the urban areas, he's around those type of black women and whatnot. That's what he's experiencing. Those type of rowdy women, you know, like a Megan Thee Stallion, like a Nicki Minaj and stuff like that, you know, ratchetness. You understand that? But he hasn't been around, you know, a black woman who would treat him good and stuff like that. So, of course, he's going to say, well, I've experienced black women and they treated me wrong. Vice versa with the black woman. if they in those type of environments and whatnot, what they going to get? A guy, who's a street guy, who's a drug dealer, who beats them side the head and things like that, who treats them wrong. So what they going to think about the men that they have dealt with? You understand? Which are black women, which are black men in that environment and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They haven't experienced other places besides those areas and whatnot. So what they have experienced is they're gonna you know what I mean? Tell people what they have experienced. Listen, I've experienced being around these black women who treated me wrong, who downgraded me, who talked to me like this. Yes, you know what I mean? But if they experience different areas of the world and whatnot, they may have a different outlook. You know what I mean? So, but black men, some black men, talk to Caucasian women, talk to Asian women, and feel that now that's their preference. Hey, much respect. But as long as it's not a racist thing and stuff like that, cool. But if it's that, if that's their preference, if a black woman, you know what I mean, is now interested in only Caucasian men, cool, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, it's cool. If she's interested in the Asian guy or Philippine guy, hey, it is what it is at the end of the day, All right. You said they love gossip. Cool. Tika Hunter says, why do black men seem to put black women down so much? I see a lot in our race. I never hardly see it in other races. Well, you said you never see it in other races. Like I always say, listen, it's over 7 billion people in this world. You understand? We are only around a small percentage of the individuals. That's it. At the end of the day. You know what I mean? All right. Okay. Pebble says, been listening about the men and women. I look at this, children's don't ask to come here, but to treat it like trash. It's not right at all. Yes, children are a gift from God. Take care of yours. Absolutely. Tosh says, even though I'm used to it, when in public, when I'm with my dad, people assume he's my sugar daddy. He's Puerto Rican. My mother's black. When I'm with her, we get unusual stares. People gonna think what they're gonna think. One thing about me, I don't care what people got to say. I don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, these are the times where people will think like that. Why he with that young woman right there? You know what I mean? Or are they dating? Is that her sugar daddy? And they don't even know. That's your father. You know what I mean? Or that's your uncle, or whatever the case may be. They don't know at the end of the day. But a lot of people got negative thoughts in general, for sure. All right. What up? David B says prayers. For sure. Sister Davis, the scriptures don't speak against interracial marriages. God is only against being unequally yoked with unbelievers or being with different faiths that aren't holy. All right. Jeremy Dunbar says you have to take each situation with other ethnic people case by case. Assumptions can keep you from something good. I didn't think Spanish women liked white guys. My wife proved me wrong. Got you. All right. What's up to Christoph Jones? What up? Feel free to leave your last comments on here. We're going to end this conversation real soon. So if you got any last remarks, any last comments to this topic, please leave it in the chat room as we come to a conclusion. For sure. All right. Darlene Nick says, my oldest son is married to a Mexican woman, and my youngest son was married to an Indian woman. But my youngest son lists his wife. But I love my daughter-in-laws. I have a pretty granddaughter. Okay, got you. Sister Davis says, only thing I think about interracial marriage is that you need to understand some cultural differences. Communication is key. Some people are against mixed marriages because they say the kids will suffer. I got you. All right. as we coming to a conclusion, I thank everybody for tuning in to this live conversation. We'll be having more videos coming soon. We're working on some biblical discussions in general, for sure. I thank everybody for coming on. I hope everybody have a wonderful night, a blessed night for sure. Once again, I was broadcasting from 2 YouTube channels. You know what I mean? My primary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin, and my secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. And do remember the end of the year services are coming up. So book your hotels, you know what I mean? In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the end of the year services, the first church is coming out. And I got more, where Gino is coming with the videos that I'm probably going to put out later on for sure. So thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, God bless to you too at Jeremy Dunbar, Sister Davis, Gladys, and everybody who tuned in to this live conversations. Once again, I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. God bless to everybody out there. Peace. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network if you'd like to do the same.